Hi everyone. Okay, I think most of you know that by trade, I'm a dietitian, a yoga and Pilates instructor, and I love doing those things. That's why I decided to become a quote unquote professional in those fields and worked as a dietitian for 14 years. I've taught yoga and Pilates for almost 20 years now, and um, but the problem that I started to have was that after I went back to work after having my second baby, Liam, I started to feel really stuck in the career path that I was in. I felt stuck, number one, because I was having a really hard time balancing the full time job and two kids in daycare, and stuck to the point that I knew that I needed to do something different. I knew that I had too much on my plate, but we also had a mortgage that my salary was contributing to paying. And so I felt stuck because of that. The other reason I felt stuck was that I realized that I had worked so hard to get to the point that I was in my career that I don't even think I stopped to think about what would you do once you got to the top. I was the chief clinical dietitian at Albany Medical Center when I was 33 years old. And it was a realization to me after being in that position for 5 years that there was no place left to go unless I went and did something different. I had already started to feel frustrated 5 years into that I needed something more professionally to keep me motivated. I didn't just show up to work to do my job and go home. I was there trying to make things better and innovate, and I felt like that was worth more than 3% cost of living increase every year. I felt this time I was spending away from my family was precious. It was causing me to feel out of balance, and it was worth more than a 3% cost of living increase every year. And I knew that I was not going to feel motivated working for 30 more years for a 3% cost of living increase that you're lucky to get in a healthcare setting every year. So it had nothing to do with my satisfaction at my job or the people that I worked with, because I loved all of that. It just simply had to do with these two main problems of me feeling like I wanted more flexibility and that I also wanted more earning potential. So I decided to do something about it. I decided that I wasn't going to stay stuck. But the other thing that I decided was that I was probably going to have to compromise, that I probably wasn't going to be able to find something that was going to provide me with more flexibility and with more earning potential, that I was going to probably have to choose one or the other. And so obviously I'm going to choose flexibility because I want to have more flexibility for my family. So once we moved to Boston and we didn't have this mortgage anymore, I had that opportunity to do that, to have more flexibility for my family. So when Rodan Fields was presented to us, Bowie and I took a good look at it and ultimately decided that this was an opportunity that could give us more flexibility. However, neither one of us thought that it was going to provide us with more earning potential. We both have MBAs. Neither one of us were taught direct sales marketing in the MBA programs that we went through. But since I have been with Rodan Fields, Harvard has done a business case study on Rodan Fields. It is something that's being taught now in business schools. It just wasn't when we were, and so we really didn't, understand what we were dealing with when we got into it, that it did have the potential with this brand and this business model to afford us more earning potential as well. Well, it took us about 2 to 4 months in the business to realize that this was something that could potentially be that. And so I've been extremely happy over the past 3 years with what I've been able to build in a few minutes here and there around my kids. It's given me flexibility. I've worked really hard. I've been really consistent, but I've also been able to do this without compromising the flexibility. And so the best moment for me, one of the best moments for me was the day that Chase was born. The month that Chase was born, my fourth baby was born. I actually earned my 6th promotion with the company that same month, and it wasn't stressful, and I didn't feel like it was thrown out of balance. And so I've been able to build this up around them, and it's just a wonderful feeling to have been able to do that. The next best moment for me was when this past October, Bowie and I were on a award trip that we won with Rodan Fields for our 7th promotion with the company. And while we were on that trip, he decided that he wanted to officially endorse and become my business partner in this business. He's been watching the business, he's been watching the trajectory of the company, he's been watching our business grow, and just decided to officially endorse it. And why that means so much to me is that he, obviously is it means a lot to me because I love him, but as well, he is an expert in the field of business analytics. He does numbers and looks at business analytics for a living. And so to have his stamp of approval on this has been just extremely validating. And I love to share that because I feel like it can help some other people to see the validation in this as well. So I wanted to share this today to let you know that I have found something that has provided me both flexibility and more earning potential when I thought I was going to have to compromise. I believe in this brand. I believe that it's an opportunity that is something that can help a lot of people. And if you're feeling stuck in your personal and professional life and like you would like to investigate more about if this could be a solution for you, I would love to share about it, and it doesn't hurt to learn more about it. I would love to share what I know and see if it could be something that could help you as well. Thank you so much for listening to this.